Hi everyone, this is the part 2 of how to use VLOOKUP from Microsoft Excel. If you'd like to see part 1, please click in the link on the top right of this video to watch it. Alright everyone, to start our part 2 video of how to use VLOOKUP function from Microsoft Excel, we have here our questions and let's start answering them. So the first one is, which city has a unique ID that starts with C-1 and finishes with 40? So if we look here at column B, this is where the unique ID are. We know that every single unique ID starts with C dash 3 numbers dash 2 other numbers. So we can start writing our VLOOKUP function. So let's call our VLOOKUP function by pressing in your keyboard equal VL, press the tab, and now what we know is our lookup value starts with C-1, and now we do not know what are the two remaining numbers before the 40. So what we can do is to put two question marks and then dash 40 and then quotes. And what we are telling here to the VLOOKUP is that we do not know the following numbers, so we put question marks and then VLOOKUP will find this for us. Comma, let's go to our array. We can press F4, just a good practice to lock our array. Comma, we want the second column, so we want the city, and then we can say we want the exact match. Close with the right parenthesis, press enter, and now we have the result back, which is Reading. If we do a very quick lookup on this one, we know that Reading starts with C-1, and the two numbers we didn't know was the two numbers that were after the C-1. So by putting two question marks, VLOOKUP will look these numbers for us. Our next question is, how much tax did Reading's council receive in June? If we have here a look in our dataset, we do not have any values assigned to any of the cities. We know that the values that we need are in the worksheets below. So if we look here, the dataset is all the same. So city in column A and the value in column B. And if we look to all of them, the structure is the same. So going back to the summary sheet, we need to use the VLOOKUP function to find out in each month what is the value assigned to the city. So if we do a VLOOKUP function for this, equal VL tab to call function, we want the lookup value to be the city. Let's lock the column, comma, let's go to the sheet April, and we want from A to B, lock the array, comma, and we want the second column to return the value. So in this case, Oxford is going to be £69,425. So comma again, and we want the exact match. Press enter, and we have our value. The problem is this is not really dynamic. In order to put this dynamic, we need to make sure that the month, when we drag this formula across, is going to be the same as in row 2. So to put this VLOOKUP dynamic and look at the months in the worksheets that belong to each month, what we need to do is to delete this month right here. Let's wrap around this text with quote, and let's call the function indirect. So if we press this one, then tab, and what we want is to refer to D2, and we want to lock with F4, so when we drag across our formula to the other months, this cell will always move horizontally to the next ones. So now we press ampersand, and then we go to the end and close our indirect function. We press enter, and our formula should now be ready to move across to the other months. So press Ctrl C, and let's paste into the end of our dataset as formulas. And if we have a look or a quick look to our dataset, in May in Oxford is 92. Let's confirm that. 92 in May. In June we have 57, and in June we have 57 as well. So this formula is going to look dynamically to each sheet that belongs to each month, because it has the same name in our headers and the same names in our worksheets. If any of these changes, these formulas are not going to work. For example, if you put here some text, we get some references. So let's do Ctrl Z, and now we are ready to answer our question, which is how much tax did Reading's council receive in June? So equal VL tab reading, comma, table array, let's choose and lock it with F4, comma, we want the fourth column, comma, exact match. So in June, Reading's council received £51,632. Let's confirm. In June, Reading received £51,632. Our final question is, what is Reading's council tax value from April to July? So if we do this manually, we know that from April to July, you know that Reading's council tax total value is £257,349. So this is what we want to find out with the VLOOKUP. So if we do this, we know that we're going to need the sum function. So we can call it by pressing the tab, and then we can start writing our VLOOKUP function. So VL tab, we know that we want to know about Reading. This is our lookup value. And now the table array is going to be from C2 to H12. Let's lock our array with F4 and now comma. And this is the part where we're going to tell Excel that we only want to sum from April to July. In order to do this, you need to have the curly bracket or the left curly bracket, and we want to say 2, 3, 4, 5. Right curly bracket, comma again, and we want the exact match. And why did I put these values right here? Because if we do this very quickly, just for reference, we have the first column of our table array, and then we have our second column, third, fourth, fifth, and the sixth. And we know that we want from April to July. So this is why we put from the second column to the fifth column, and we need not put the first column because then we would be adding the sum of this plus text, and this will return an error. So you leave out column 1 and you say which columns you want to sum.